All right, my wonderful people. Thank you for joining us at early hour of today, right in Port Harcourt with Blessing Ibunje. Okay, it has been between the former governor of Rivers State and the Nyesom Wike of the present governor of Rivers State. In fact, it has been that their case has been in law court, as Wike have said, this time around, we are withdrawing all the entitlement that has been given to the former governor of Rivers State. In fact, the name former governor and the benefit and entitlement had been given to Umahia will definitely be withdrawn. Okay, let's dive into the matter as Wike says to assent to motion stripping Umahia of former governor Tittle. My wonderful people, lawmakers under Umahia to refund over 696 million benefits. Okay, Rivers withdraws criminal suit against Amechi, Kola, others. Alright, that's coming from Blessing Ubonje, okay, in Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining us, Blessing. For not sharing Governor Wike's political views and not supporting his crusade to remove the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, former governor of Rivers State, Mr. Celestine Umahia, has been stripped of his title as a former governor of Rivers State. My wonderful people, this came shortly as this was just as the Rivers State government, as at yesterday, withdrew the criminal suit filed against the immediate former Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC for the 2023 elections in the state, Tony Kola and 5 others. Meanwhile, the states as of Rivers State, the state government and State House of Assembly are apparently working on Wike's directive, decided to de-recognize Umahia, whose victory was handed over to Amechi by Supreme Court as of 2007, barely 6 months into the tenure. The court has ruled that the victory belonged to the party and not individual. Hence, Amechi, who won the primary and denied the ticket, assumed the governorship election during the ceremonious judgment. Currently, Umahia is one of the alliance of a PDP presidential candidate, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, who defeated Wike in the primaries and party's presidential elections. However, the State House Assembly, in the approved motion, has also ordered Umahia to meanwhile refund all monies, especially the sum of 600 million naira, as benefit in addition of receipt of over 96,520 and 359.40 billion naira as monthly pensions received till December and September 2022. The House Leader, Mountain Amawele, representing Obua Apo Constituency 1, presented the motion to reclaim the Rivers State House of Assembly resolution on the recognition of Sir Celestine Umahia as former governor of Rivers State and the restoration of all benefit and entitlement due to him. Alright, presenting the motion as addressed to the Speaker and the members of the Assembly as at yesterday, Umahia and Amewule record that on June 30, 2015, a motion was moved, seconded, and argued upon, and a resolution was passed in favor of recognition of Umahia as former governor of Rivers State and the restoration of his privileges and entitlement. Amawale, who is a close rally of Wike, said based on the resolution of the House, the Rivers State government, through an instrument published in the Official Gazette of the State, number 5, volume 52 of March as of 2016, under Wike, had recognized Umahia as a former governor and restored all the privileges and entitlement accruing to the former Rivers governor. Unto this, the House Leader stated, pursuant to the official recognition, Sir Callistin Umahia received a lot in financial benefit and entitlement from the Rivers State government, including the sum of 600 billion only as benefit, in addition to receipt of a total sum of 996,520 over 399 billion only as monthly pension as September 2022. Meanwhile, Omewole recalled that the Supreme Court of Nigeria, in the case of Amechi versus INEC and two others in 2008, had declared that the apparent GBK Amechi was the actual or valid governorship candidate of the PDP in Rivers State for the 2007 general election, and not Umahia, who contested the election. All right. The father said the Supreme Court also had that in the eyes of the law, Umahia was never a candidate in the elections, much less a winner. Amewele stated vividly that being mindful of the position of the Apex Court in the subject matter and in line with Section 287 subsection 1 of the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria as of 1999 has been amended, provides that the decision of the Supreme Court shall be enforced in any part of the Federation by all authorities and persons, and by court and subordinate to jurisdiction to that of the Supreme Court. Well, he said the continued recognition of Umahia as former governor of the state and the continued granting of privileges and entitlement accruing to all former governors of the state to him, Umahia was not in tandem with the highlighted pronouncement of the Apex Court and the provision of the 1999 Constitution. All right. Amewele called on Umahia to stop recognizing Umahia. I beg your pardon, Amewele called on Wike to stop recognizing Umahia as the former governor of Rivers State and also terminate all privileges, benefits, and entitlement accruing to all former governors, which were also extended to Umahia. Based on this note, he also urged the House to direct Umahia to stop using the title His Excellency and face Grand Service Star of Rivers State, which pertain to only governors and former governors of the state. My wonderful people, the leader also urged the House to direct Umahia to refund all the monies paid to him by the state government as benefit and entitlement to the treasury of the state government within 7 days from the date of the resolution of the House. In an instant debate, all the lawmakers who made contributions, including the representative for Callistin Umahia's constituency in Ikwere local government area and Salem Ogugwa, agreed to the prayers. Some of the lawmakers, meanwhile, requested that a specific decision to be made on what decision to be taken if Umahia fails to refund all monetary benefits. After the debate, all 21 members present at the plenary voted in support of the 4 prayers by the leader of the House. The Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Ikuyi Owaji Abangi, said the House was right in taking the decision because no law was absolute. Meanwhile, Wike has agreed to sign the approved motion by the Assembly cancelling the recognition of Umahia as a former governor of Rivers. In a statement by his special assistant on media, Kevin Iberi, Wike announced that he would absent to the letter on Friday being today. at the Government House, Port Harcourt. According to Iberi, His Excellency Nyesom Wike, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, is to sign this instrument on cancellation of the recognition of Sir Callistin Umaya as the former governor of Rivers State. Meanwhile, the cancellation, he said, of the recognition is sequence to the recognition of the Rivers State House of Assembly adopted on Thursday, being 6th October 2022, to recognize Sir Callistin Umaya as the former governor of Rivers State. The signing will take place in Government House, Port Harcourt on Friday, being 7th October 2022 by 12 noon, he added. Alright, my wonderful people, Rivers withdraw criminal suit against Amechi Coal orders. In the meantime, Rivers State government has withdrawn the criminal suit filed against Amechi Coal and 5 others. The state government had filed the suit accusing the defendant of selling government asset running into several billions of naira during Amechi's tenure as the state governor. The note has been that the matter, which resumed for ruling, could not continue, as counsel for the state government and Commissioner for Justice Professor Zergios Adango informed the court that he was withdrawing the suit. Reacting, meanwhile, lawyer for APC Amechi and Co. argued that withdrawing the suit was an abuse of court processes and prayed the court to dismiss the criminal charges if the suit must be withdrawn. Meanwhile, the presiding judge, Justice Okubole Basam, after hearing the argument of the parties in the matter, struck out the suit and the charges against the APC and others. One of the defense lawyer, Achinike Owabodo, who spoke with journalists on the development, said they are fully ready to face the state government whenever there was a fresh charge against their client. Owabodo said, as it stands today, there is no charge against anybody in any court. We do not intend to prevent whether they want to file any other charges or not. Taking time, he said, as a time if they bring other charges, he said, we will also challenge them. Okay, my wonderful people, we have said to Rivers people, these are just things to paint this gentleman in a bad light. Okay, my wonderful people, that has been onto this matter, as it has been all in Rivers. That's a commotion between Wike, as he said, to assent motion stripping Umaya of former governor of Rivers State his entitlement at all his benefit, and that has been the matter we have been discussing right at this point with Blessing Ibonge in Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining us. Do well to remember to tap on the subscription button and share, so you will be getting more updates from this channel. Thanks and God bless.